Hello everyone, Menaphos here. Welcome to a little bit different. This is kind of a hype video for the Menaphos release because there was some information out today about it. The first thing is actually something that's kind of close, so even though the city's actually kind of close, but it was officially announced that on June 5th, the city will be released. I'm going to go over the current requirements. A little bit of the sneak peeks and teasers that they're going to be given out, as well as going over the upcoming double XP weekend, which they did to help get ready for this event. Okay, so the double XP weekend starts on May 19th. It probably starts like the usual. Let's go down to May here. Okay, it'll probably start, midday, May 19th. It doesn't say the exact time for it. That's the only drawback. But it does say it's the weekend starting 19th of May. So it's going to be around then. Whether it starts, Thursday or at midnight, on Friday, well, midnight on UTC, so 0000 UTC, so that'd be, the Thursday for some of us, and for others something else. They doesn't say that they're going to be having a trickle down event like they did the last time, but it is saying that they're going to have double XP weekend. So I will get back to you more on whenever the actual time frame is released. And there's also no word on if hardcore or Iron Man accounts can take part in the double XP weekend. I am going to try to get in touch with Jaggets and see if I can't find out some information on that. As well as I want to try to find out some information on if that they'll ever be allowing in the foreseeable future, to the best of their knowledge, if Iron Man accounts can actually take part. Of course, when it gets closer to time, I will let you guys know the different things, because they usually have a little bit of a link page to let you guys know what is allowed and not allowed for a double XP weekend. It's usually like the powerful type XP type stuff, like I believe like the Ectofuntus and the prayer altars, or the house and prayer altars, because they already give so much more XP than normal. So those probably still won't be allowed. Certain little small tidbits like that. But I will get back to you when those things actually first start appearing. Okay, so there is a teaser trailer. It says about draw your own conclusions. Honestly, it sounds like after watching the trailer, I would strongly encourage, if you go to RuneScape's main page, runescape.com, you will find the cinematic trailer, and it sounds like he's pissed. It sounds like he wants wrath and vengeance on everybody who is not appeasing him. So it kind of reminds you of a big villain / boss kind of thing going on. So there's going to be something going on with that as well. But it does come out, the city does come out on the 5th of June, like I said. I will get into the next parts. There is going to be more and more stuff released in time, which I will announce to you guys. They do have a page on information just on the city, and as time goes on, there'll be more and more leaks, if you will. But the requirements: your journey begins, and to enter Menaphos requires only 3 things, which is actually kind of nice. But it requires the quest, or 2 quests: Stolen Hearts, Diamond in the Rough. Very simple, very easy quest, and you have to be a RuneScape member. That's the big drawback for, let's say, free to play members, but it is a members only area. Okay, so there is more things to keep in mind. To actually fully use the city to how you would like. The skills that will actually, and a quest that will actually help unlock more of the city, is you want to complete the Quest, Ictharian's a little helper. You want to have 85 Slayer, 50 Agility, Construction, Crafting, Divination, Dungeoneering, Prayer, Rune Crafting, and Thieving. So if you have all those levels, you will be able to fully experience the city as well as completing that extra quest. So that is the requirements for that. Now there is a little bit more to it. There is going to be shifting tombs. They're going to have some things coming up about that. Slayer. We know some stuff about the Slayer, but not too much. I can say there is 3 new Slayer monsters that they did actually leak during one of their live streams, which had some unique functions. They were kind of a nice mixture of old school Slayer versus the new school Slayer. And by that I mean, like, you know, the new school Slayer is kind of like the stuff that you actually have to focus on, you actually have to pay attention to. Whereas the old school Slayer, it's kind of like, you know, you can just kind of sit back and... So, that's what I mean between the two. It's kind of a nice mix between them, so you do have to pay somewhat attention, or you can get overwhelmed and killed. But, on the other hand, it is kind of more relaxed. It's kind of a lot like the Gemstone Dragons that came out. But the factions, I'm not sure exactly what's going on with that. They didn't give much information on it. They just said about who you may want to run first to get your faction. So it doesn't really say too much about that. But yeah, so that was actually the big part of this. And I wanted to give, because I've been constantly forgetting to do this, I wanted to give a follow-up review on the DX Racer chair. Because I did say it was going to be after a month after I did the initial video, and I completely forgot about it. But I will say this, the chair is still in like fantastic shape. There's none of those butt indents. It's not sagging. It's not stiff. If anything, it loosened up a little bit, but it's still kind of stiff. Meaning it's like a comfy stiff. It's not, oh, uncomfortable. It's still extremely comfortable. It's still basically like the way I got it. It's just a little bit more cushiony, not brand new type stiff anymore, which is actually even better yet. So it broke in a little bit, but not too much. But it is still extremely comfortable, having no problems with it. So if you guys are looking to get a new computer chair, like I said before, don't keep going buying $50, $60 chairs that'll last you, you know, X amount, like maybe 3-4 months before they start getting uncomfortable. Just go out, get a brand new chair, something like these. This way it'll last you a lot longer than getting a bunch of those little tiny chairs. So that'll actually do it for this video. So thank you guys so much for watching. And until next time, later guys.